Here are 10 Terry tips that you absolutely need to know. But before I start, I have to give a huge shout out to another YouTuber named DarkSynth. One of my buddies sent me a video of his where he was actually shouting out my channel and recommending people check out the content. It was such a nice thing for somebody to do, and in all honesty, I didn't pay for this. He does not subscribe to my OnlyFans. He did this out of the kindness of his own heart, and it really meant a lot. So I highly recommend people go check out his page as well. He's got tons of videos on plenty of different games, a lot of fighting games, a lot more games that I cover. And if you like his content, give him a subscription as well. Thanks for the shout out. Now I promise you, if you implement some of these steps or all 10 of these setups, you're going to improve your Terry gameplay a ton. And no, they're not some magic beam formula where you're going to just automatically become a better player overnight and you're going to win all your games. The reason this is going to make you a better player is all of these setups are going to make you more consistent. And the more consistent you are, the higher chance you're not going to leave damage on the table, the higher chance you're going to add to your opponent's mental stack. And in the end, that's going to be more wins for you. So tell me how you think about these steps and give a like if you like them. Alright, the first setup I want to talk about is an extremely important one. I've played so many Terrys online and very few of them are using it, so you got to put this in your gameplay. The first one is about combos that end with light punch DP, and this only works in the corner. So if you hit your opponent with a light punch DP, do a stand medium kick as soon as they land, and by the time they get up, as you can see at the bottom, I'm +4. And the reason that this is important is +4 and +5 are very big numbers for characters in this game. This will also work if you go into Terry's standard combo route like this, which is just a basic bread and butter that he does in the corner. This will let you get the +5. The reason this is important is because it's a 3-headed monster. This +5 will allow Terry the access to a shimmy, which Terry doesn't have the best shimmy options in the game. So if I have my opponent set to throw when they wake up, as you can see, I have enough time to walk back and hit them with another combo. The other thing it does is, if my opponent is mashing on wake up, what I'll be able to do now is hit them with a punish counter, or sorry, counter hit combo, because I'm hitting them very meaty. And then the third part of the 3-headed monster is I can also be timed perfectly just to go into a throw situation now, and the throw comes out meaty, as you can see, and it beats their mash jab. This is such an important tool. You watch every single pro Terry online and they are abusing this mechanic in the corner. So you got to have this set up in your arsenal. So if you're a player that likes stand combos and a fierce punch DP, I got something for you as well. Any combo in the corner that ends in a fierce punch DP, if you dash forward as fast as you can and press crouch medium punch as fast as you can, you take a normal that's normally negative. As you can see, my crouch medium punch is negative, which is bad. It means I don't get to take my turn back or keep up the pressure. And with this setup, you're actually able to turn this positive. So if I use the exact same setup that I did in the earlier tip, dash forward and hit crouch medium punch, as you can see, I'm +2 at the bottom, which is huge because not only is that going to beat any type of wake up, grab or attack that they're going to do, but since it's +2, it's my turn back. So if you know that, your opponent likes to mash jab, because you got the setup perfectly, if I mash my jab after the crouch medium punch, I'm going to beat them every single time. And the beauty about this is you don't even have to do that long-winded combo to get up that setup. Even just a basic bread and butter like this, dash forward, will lead you anywhere from +1 to +2 on wake up, and you're back in the blender and you got your opponent right where you want them. So if you don't like to do the light punch DP, there's another option, but I highly recommend you use both to always keep your opponent guessing. Alright, this tip I'm not going to go much into because I have a full video on this that show you why this combo is important and how you should be executing it, because it is a bit tough. But this combo is something you have to have in your gameplay for 2 reasons. One, it's very important to Terry setup play again. So not only is it a great meterless combo that sends them flying, it leads you into options where if I dash forward in a drive rush, I'm going to be able to beat their meaty wake ups, and I can go for things like cheeky grabs. Or if I want to play it safe, you can do a light punch power wave and it's going to get them on wake up. An extremely important combo to learn, but like I said, check out my video if you want to see how to do it in depth. Alright, so the next tip is turning your overhead into meaty. As you can see, Terry's overhead is a +2, which means I won't be able to combo after it unless you hit something like a counter hit or punish counter. But let's be real, you're not really going to be getting punish counter overheads on people's wake ups. So what's going to happen is a lot of times, charge character is going to be holding down back. So if you end combos like in Terry's basic bread and butter route with a medium punch power charge or the round wave into a light punch DP, you can actually turn this +2 into a +3 or +4. And if it's +4, you're going to be able to combo a jab after it. So this is how you're going to do it if you do the medium punch power charge. What you want to do is after the power charge, you want to dash forward as fast as you can, and I mean as fast as you can, and quickly press the overhead. And if your timing is good, this will go from a +2 to a +4. And if you want to do the light DP version, it's after the round wave, you do a quick DP like that, crouch light punch into the overhead as fast as you can. And I'm going to show you exactly how they both look. Alright, so the next setup I see tons of pro players using, and it's only possible in Season 2, so not that many people knew about it at the time. But because they buffed the crouch medium punch to not push Terry back as far, it means you can get the stand light kick to connect from further away. So if you just do a basic combo like this, before that wouldn't work because the 2 crouch medium punches would have pushed me so far away that the stand light kick wouldn't have worked. But let's just say you actually get this combo. If you end it with the jab into the medium burning knuckle, not only does this send your opponent, pretty far on the screen, if you dash forward, you're +11 in their face, which is amazing for Terry because all of his normals fall within that range. You could do a meaty, stand fierce, which is +1 on block. You can do drive rush shenanigans, but basically the ball is in your court and you carry them half the screen while you're doing it. And now that makes this combo applicable as a counter hit. So if I know my opponent's going to mash jab on block, but I do a drive rush medium punch, I know they're not going to be able to beat me because I'm so plus. And as you can see, I'm able to connect the stand light kick from far away and go into that same setup. So there's many ways you can do it, but as you can see, you push them far and you're very plus in their face. Now I'm not going to lie to you, this next combo was brutal. In my opinion, it's one of the hardest combos in the game. I'm sure you've seen it all by now. It's this version of the new power wave or round wave combo in the corner. I'm actually surprised I got it on the first try. I don't think it's going to happen again. So you can either go into that version that I showed you right now with the power dunk and dash forward, or you go into a stand medium punch and into the burning knuckle like this. If you dash forward after, you're very plus and you're in their face. And if you watch every pro Terry, they go for some variation of this combo. They either go through the hard route like you see there, or they'll go into the light punch power wave version into something like that. The reason this is important is, yes, it's very expensive to your drive bar, but you move your opponent very far and it still does a lot of damage. If you do it correctly, it does well over 3,000 damage. And the added bonus to it is you can even combo things like your Super 2 into it. Next setup is also in the corner. If you whiff punish your opponent with a stand fierce kick and you get this punish counter combo, they're going to crumple, they're going to fall back. What you want to do in this situation, and it doesn't cost any meter, you're going to want to do a medium punch into a round wave and either go into a light punch DP into that frame kill tip that I had earlier, or you're going to go into the heavy punch version and you're going to do the dash forward crouch medium punch setup. But there's also this option and it ends in a sweep. So you're going to hit them the same way that you do, but after the round wave, you're going to combo a sweep. Once they get hit by that sweep, you're going to do a frame kill of a crouch light punch and a stand light kick. And this will also leave you at +5. And this is important because remember, +5 is very important for us to shimmy backwards and to do frame traps. And you're going to say that this is the exact same option as going for the light punch DP. But the reason it's important to have multiple +5 or plus option moves is you want to keep that mental stack with your opponent going. Now they're going to be thinking, what the heck is this guy doing now? All these different normals that he's throwing out. Sometimes it's +2, sometimes it's +5. And it just adds to the mental stack and keeps them guessing. don't always autopilot and go into one variation. Keep your opponent guessing and let them know that you have a lot more tricks up your sleeve. The next tip is just blowing all your drive bar resources to get the kill once you get this power charge combo in the corner. So normally, you know, you see a combo like this, you go along your way, you do your level 3 and everyone's happy. But sometimes you need a little bit more damage, or you only have a level 1 available and you want to take as much health down as you can. In this situation, after the round wave, so after that move, you're going to want to dash out, hit them with that fierce button. So you're standing fierce. Ideally both hits connect, and then you can combo and practice like this and try to land both hits 3 times in a row so this muscle memory builds. Once you get comfortable getting both hits, you always want to end in a round wave. The reason you want to end with a round wave is that every single one of Terry's supers will combo off of a round wave. So his level 1 will combo, his level 2 will combo, and his level 3 will combo. And this is all about getting that little bit extra juice, that little bit extra damage to kill your opponent, to make sure that you get enough, you know, damage done before your level 2 or your level 3 go off. So go into training mode and practice this until it becomes second nature, because the more damage you're able to consistently get and not leave anything on the table, the more games you're going to win. And you want to make sure that this combo is second nature to you. The next tip is just about punishing command grab that you jump away from. So if your opponent likes to do a lot of tick command grabs, like if you walk back, you're going to get scooped. If you're lucky and you get the read and you do a neutral jump, then you can hit them with a big damage combo and go on your way. But sometimes we just jump backwards instinctively, and when that happens, with Terry for example in this situation, none of my normals are going to connect now. My stand fierce isn't going to connect. If Zangief does it again, I try to hit him with a crouch medium kick, it's not going to connect. What you want to do in this situation is take advantage of how far the light kick version of power charge goes and use that as your entry in. Once you get that punish counter off, you can actually combo a crouch medium kick into the target combo. It's going to take some practice, but with some timing, you'll definitely get it. And then you can go into the DP version, or you can go into the burning knuckle version. The important thing is, if you jump backwards, there's still something you can do. Then the last setup and combo you need to know is not enough Terrys are using their full jab drive rush combos. So you see I'm using all my bars to do a drive rush combo. The reason it's extremely important to know these combos is, one, jabs and lights are your fastest normals. And if your opponent has 20, 30, 40% health and you have full bars, you can kill them off of one jab. And that's why you gotta learn these combos. So the way Terry's jab combo extend works is after 3 jabs, it can either be standing, crouch, standing, even a light would work. You're gonna drive rush out of it, so like this, into another jab. Once you hit them with this second jab, you're gonna wanna combo into a crouch fierce. So it's gonna go jab, 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 drive rush, jab, crouch fierce. After that crouch fierce, you're gonna cancel it into another crouch fierce. So the full sequence will look like this. And you're gonna ask, that only does 1800 damage, that's not that much. The key thing to take away here is that every single one of your supers can be comboed into that extension. So you're going to be able to get that necessary damage that you need to close out a round or a game because you landed a jab. And that's a ton of power behind a fast normal. And I'm going to show you examples of how to land all those supers. And that's the video. I hope it helped level you up. If you like this stuff, let me know in the comment section. Like, subscribe, the whole 9. and hopefully this helps level your Terry up, because he's such a fun character and I just want everyone to play them at his best ability.